What's going on, folks? So, the band Walk with Titans has just recently released a brand new song here, even though they released their debut album last year. They got a new song for us here. I really enjoyed that album, so I've been looking forward to this. It was a nice surprise seeing that they had a new song for us already, which is awesome. But yeah, the name of the song is Bellerophon. And without further ado, let's see what the Walk with Titans is bringing us here with this new single. Rangers, go.
Accusations were not enough to strain his ambitions. Son of the sea will find his ways. Young and proud, he's flying high above the clouds. On a feather game he plays. Triumphant hero with the pride of the falling from the sky.
Well, I always tell you folks that I'm always going to be honest, in my reactions and all that good stuff. Always going to share my honest thoughts. And not a fan of this song. Not a fan whatsoever. And that hurts to say, because I'm a big fan of Walk with Titans. Like I said, their debut album, oh man, killer stuff. Loved it. This song, I don't love it. I do not love it. It really, the whole song, I really could not get a firm grasp on the direction of this song. It just, it's kind of a mess, for lack of a better word. It just feels very, very messy the way it's put together. Starting from the beginning there, that intro, I like the guitar work a lot. And, the individual musicianship and the vocals and all that stuff was on point. It was solid. My biggest issue with the song really is just kind of the structure of it, the song itself. Because like I said, all the individual pieces, like the musicians and the vocals, all that stuff was good, But it's just the structure of this song is very peculiar, and I could not wrap my head around it. But anyway, when it first starts, you get that nice chugging guitar, and then you have like the lead guitar kind of doing that nice little melody on top of that. Sick. Yeah, I was digging it, and then that happens throughout the song in various spots, and I really enjoyed that. But then you kind of get into the verses, and it just like the lyrics and stuff, just the pattern or the melody of the verses, it just, the words and all that, it just feels very smushed together, kind of like they're trying to say too much within too little of time. And so there's especially one spot in the verses where it's like the word blends in with like the beginning of the next phrase or next spot or whatever. It's like the word, like the final word of like the one spot blends into the first word of the next spot, and it's just a little, again, it just feels kind of smushed together. There's just too many words happening within the melody within that too short of a time. So it just doesn't quite jive, in my opinion. It just is too much in too little of space, to where it doesn't have time to breathe, to where you get like a nice coherent melody in the verses. It's just very, very smushed together. That's just the best way I can say it. And then you get that pause, that incredibly long pause, which was a little off-putting to begin with. But then that next section that starts, it feels like it's a totally different song. It's almost as if that first part of the song, I would have thought, if this was like some kind of a mix where you're taking different parts of different songs and it's kind of fading out and then fading into the new song, almost as if, if I was listening to, if this song was like on an album or something, and I was just listening, and then I heard that long pause, and then that next section start, I would think it's the next song. Personally, I would really think it's the next song starting, because it just does not feel like it's attached to that first part. It just feels like a different song, and so, yeah, that pause was a little awkward, and then when it starts up again, it's like, okay, it just doesn't really flow with that first part. So you get that next section, I was like, all right, I wonder where they're going with this. This is kind of interesting. And then it goes into the chorus, and then again, it kind of feels like it's another different song. It just didn't quite flow with that section into the chorus. It's just a little jarring the way that chorus just jumps in, and it's kind of we're off on another thing. And I was like, all right, that's what I really kind of started checking out a little bit, because it just, I couldn't feel any coherency in the structure of the song and in the melodies and all that stuff. It just felt like it's a piece of something, another piece of something, into another piece of something. And just the chorus on its own too, it just didn't really, it had a very standard feel to it, and the melody I really couldn't get into. And then you kind of go off, and the rest of the song kind of starts doing other stuff. You get the musical sections, and it just everything just feels kind of cobbled together, like we say, it's kind of like a Frankenstein song where it's just different pieces from different things all put together to form one piece that just doesn't fit together. It's like you have puzzle pieces that you're kind of forcing them into each other, even though they don't connect right, they don't belong right. So you kind of just have this patchwork song of different pieces that just don't really work as a whole. And yeah, the whole rest of the song kind of goes. You get the verse again, and you get the musical interludes, which also are kind of, I don't know, just sort of all over the place in a sense, and I just really couldn't get into it. I really couldn't. And then you kind of get the final chorus again after like some solos and stuff, and this one here I struggled with. I really struggled with. That's really my thoughts on it. Again, the vocals are solid, the individual musicianship is solid, but just the structure of the song it's just really all over the place. And that's the best way I can put it. It's just all over the place. Kind of feels a bit like a mess, and with the lack of coherency, throughout. So as a listener, I'm just kind of lost. I feel like I'm lost in this chaos almost, and I can't find any like groundedness to where I feel like I'm part of this, or the song is carrying me through this melody or this adventure or this journey or whatever. It's just almost a cacophony of different elements and sounds, and like a whirlwind. So yeah, that's what I got to say about it. And I hate to say it, but I always share my personal feelings, my true thoughts. And not a fan of this song here. Not a fan at all. And could not get into it whatsoever. So that's that. That's my thoughts on that. And let me know in the comments down below, folks. What do you think of this song? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Did you listen to their debut album? How does this stack up to you on the album? And Anywho, that's that. And let's talk about it in the comments down below. And I'll catch you all next time. Ranger out.